I use AI tools every day, all day really. Claude, Copilot, Gemini, doesn't matter which one actually. And by the end of most days I feel completely depleted. Not because the work is hard or because I can't keep up. If you felt that, tired in a way that doesn't reflect how hard the actual work is, this video is about that feeling and where I think it may come from. I know, another AI video, the internet is saturated with this right now. Everything is AI, 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 and almost nothing about actual craft anymore. About programming languages updates, about some tools, architecture, just building things. And I'm tired of that too, honestly. But this isn't a
how fast and cool AI is, here's some tips.
video. Not that kind of stuff. This is about something quieter. What this shift is doing to the role and who you are inside it. I've said this before in other videos, but I think it's worth repeating because everything builds on it in this video. What got me into software engineering wasn't the title, wasn't the industry around it. It was the craft itself. Build something, solve problems, fix something that's broken, sitting with a solution, an architecture, and all the things that go into it. That's where it started for me. And that's the part of the job that's quietly changed the most. Now picture what most of a working day looks like right now. You open a chat with the AI assistant. You type something into it. You create task for it. You review what's written. You push back. And so on and so forth. You may even argue with it. You redirect it. You check its work. And if I'm honest about that, what that is, it's management. It's managing an AI tool, managing the task's implementation by it. And here is the thing, I don't like managing. That's not the role I applied for. That's not the role that I wanted. I didn't want to manage people, not processes, nothing of it. I wanted to build things myself. With tools, okay, but myself. So day to day, I'm doing less and less of the thing that made me an engineer and made me interested in software engineering overall, and making me more of a manager, making me more of a person, and overall that I've never signed up for. And that's where I think this exhaustion I mentioned in the start comes from. If anything feels familiar to you, consider subscribing. I plan more videos like this. Psychology and tech and the person, you, inside the industry. I think if I say all that out loud, many people will say just one word: burnout. And I get why, but I think that's not, and I want to be precise here because the difference matters to me. I don't have a burnout from software engineering. If anything, it's the opposite. I miss it. I miss solving problems, solving tasks on my own with nothing but a search engine and maybe an autocomplete. Some of these problems were genuinely hard, painful sometimes. But there was something pleasant in finally finding a bug, a root cause for it. That specific feeling of relief, a small win, some joy. And the experience that stayed with you after that. What I have is, it may be called something like AI burnout, if you may. That's depletion from a role I never wanted, repeated every day. And it's not because the work is hard, but because it's not that I was built for and what I'm actually interested in. And that mismatch, I don't think it's just a daily routine problem. I suppose it goes farther beyond that. What I described as a process, building, solving problems, fixing, I think that's not that developers in 2026 get to have anymore. At least not as the main part of their job, or maybe not at all. And that's not the job I applied for 5 or 6 years ago when I started becoming a developer. And that's a real grief in all that. Grief not about a frustrating, hard week. The grief about realizing that what you build your whole career around, the craft, the problem solving, building, that might not be the center of your job anymore. Not because you failed at it, but because the whole role changed a lot. And that's a different kind of loss, and I think that we don't talk about that enough. And here's the part I keep coming back to though. If most of the day is spent directing an AI and managing it rather than writing code myself, am I becoming more experienced after that all? In a year of doing the same routine, will I be a more experienced engineer than I am today? I doubt it, at least for me, not without writing code myself and reading it thoroughly, understanding it. I've spent 2 months on a project recently without writing almost any code. That was a project specifics and requirement to build extremely fast without any need of writing code. I don't agree with such approach, obviously, but that's how it was. And I feel now, already 2 months passed, that I became much lazier, thinking became harder. So all the skills and experience can easily evaporate if I don't pay enough attention to it. So I catch myself on it and return back to normal operation, but now it requires a lot more effort. Stepping back from my own situation, because I don't think it's only mine to figure it out. And I would like to ask you, if you spend a lot of your day working with AI assistant so that it writes code for you, are you getting a better engineer, a more experienced one? Or does it feel like it does for me that something has quietly stopped? So here's where I land. The day-to-day work changed a lot, more than I think we say out loud. And as far as I can tell, it's not in my power to change that, at least if I want to stay in the industry. The choice is, as I see it, I may be wrong, let's discuss in the comments, adapt and move with it, move with the progress, or resist and become outdated and eventually unemployed. And the tricky part, of course, is that nobody, including me, can predict where this all goes. What the industry looks like in a year or so, whether it settles into something else or continue to grow that fast as it grows now. Which is why the more I sit with this question and I ask myself, it feels less and less technological and more philosophical or related to world economics, something like that, not the technology. I believe that the core reason why senior developers, myself included, don't plan and don't strive to become team leads because we don't like managing people. We like building ourselves, we like to code. And now we are kind of forced to manage in some way an AI tool. I don't know how to fix this all and whether the fixing is the right way to think about everything we are going through right now, everything that's changing right now. What I do know is that I miss that version of the work when I was doing it myself, not directing, doing it. Thank you, see you later.